Well, don't worry, it's just a drill. First responders, military personnel, and medical technicians were out in Longview for training exercise. As East Texas News Weekends at Bob Hallmark reports, it's critical to citizen safety. He brings us more on the joint training evolution.
Smoke billowing from this building was the focus of a multi-agency drill.
Simulated terroristic attack, and we have our hazmat crews doing the entry, recon.
Partnering with Christus Good Shepherd and Longview Regional, elements gathered in a scenario responding to a mock terrorist incident at an event where chemical agents were present.
I mean, this is the event that you hope never happens, but if it does, we know that we're going to find ourselves having to come together quickly to respond to it appropriately and to be able to work with a lot of outside partners.
And this is the first drill where Longview Fire Department is working with a crack Army medical unit.
The 355 MCAS unit, which is they're a medical unit out of Bossier that responds to mass casualties, major incidents. They contacted us about doing some training together.
Priority was getting the victims evaluated and treated. The Army lent their considerable expertise to the drill, bringing manpower and equipment.
It's a unique opportunity just to see how our resources line up with their resources.
An invaluable tool to evaluate local, state, and federal agencies in the event of an actual large-scale emergency.
For us to be able to train with the military, they offer another level for us to look at, and we're learning if we have an incident, we get to respond with them, or they respond with us. We kind of know how we're going to interact with each other.
Bob Hallmark, East Texas News Weekend.
Now, the chief tells us the fire department hopes to make this joint emergency training exercise an annual event.